Unusual if we didn't have 1 to 2 in our city here, at least in our NICU at all times. So that's a big deal. I mean, and that's just the ones that are known. You know, there can still be some that come through that you don't know about. The most often drugs that we see would be marijuana, heroin, crystal meth, and cocaine, because it's made inexpensively as crack now, and I'm not trying to sound like an advertisement for drugs either. But heroin's readily available. You can snort it and smoke it. And the big one around this area is methamphetamines. Of course, we're not far here from unfortunately, the mecca of methamphetamine. I think it's the methamphetamine capital in the country right now. And that can be smoked, snorted, or ingested orally, and it's easily purchased. And of course, around here, it's easily manufactured. But that's a huge, huge problem. You know, 15% overall prevalence of at least one of the above drugs are in urine samples of pregnant women that come in to deliver. 15% is, and that's probably a conservative estimate. And then we go to tobacco. Even though there's a lot of anti-smoking publicity, smoking is actually on an increase now in our country. And it's at least 17% of all pregnancies that come to deliver. Moms have been smoking, and only 1/5 of those actually quit smoking during pregnancy. So not so much, not very many people. 14% of pregnant women have some form of mental illness, and we was like, well, what's that got to do with anything? Because the psychotropic meds that they're on are drugs that normally you shouldn't be on when you're pregnant. And the problem with that is a lot of moms are coming in and they may not be telling their OB that they're on these meds, but they cause withdrawal and can cause very serious side effects in newborns. So a lot of times it's investigative work on our side to find this out, because when we get a baby to the unit, we may not know that they're on that. But I can tell you there have been cases where I asked the mom, so were you taking any antidepressants or things like that? And bingo, there it was, but it wasn't on their maternal record. So sometimes things get missed, you know, that you wouldn't otherwise know. And then of course there's intrauterine exposure to alcohol. And that occurs more than all of the previous mentioned, all sum total. So you maybe wouldn't think of alcohol as a drug, but it is considered a drug. So what are the red flags that we see when the moms come in?